Hello and welcome. Today we are turning up the flavor with Korean air fried chicken. It's crispy, sticky, sweet, and spicy. Everything you love about a Korean fried chicken, but made lighter and easier in the air fryer. It's so good, trust me, you're gonna wanna make this. So let's get cooking. I have got right here 1 kilo of chicken wings, actually slightly more than 1 kilo. I just wanted to use up what I had. And this is a mix of drums and flats. You can use whatever you want. You can use all drums, all flats, or a mix. Usually it's easiest to use a mix. So 1 kilo of wings. Now I have made this recipe with chicken parts, but it takes a lot longer to cook, and this gives the best results, the best crunch and sauce flavor to chicken ratio. So the trick here is we are not gonna put a batter on it because batter will not fry in the air fryer. You literally have to put that in a deep fryer. So I'm gonna show you how to make this delicious and crunchy without that. So we've got our chicken. The first thing we're gonna do is put a couple of tablespoons of oil on here. I'm just eyeballing it, stressing everyone out, I'm sure. Then we are gonna put about a teaspoon of salt. I almost put sugar on it, don't do that. Teaspoon of salt. Hang on. We're gonna sprinkle that all over. And now I'm gonna get my gloves on. You guys know how much I love my gloves. And we are gonna mix this until it's very even. Oh, actually, sorry, before I do that, because I also have to mix something else and I don't wanna change gloves. This is some cornstarch in here. I have about a half a cup of cornstarch, and I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of salt to that. And we are gonna whisk this up so it's all evenly mixed in there. So the cornstarch is gonna give it that crunchy coating that will still crisp up nicely in the air fryer. And the salt in here gives it seasoning, and then the oil here will also, it'll help the cornstarch stick, but it'll also help promote the crunch. Yeah, so here we go. We're gonna mix this all. So you wanna make sure that the oil and salt is totally evenly mixed on here. There we go, and now we're gonna add our cornstarch mixture. Oh, cornstarch is always so explosive. Here we go. You could also use potato starch or tapioca starch for this. Cornstarch is the most easily accessible, which is why I tested the recipe with that. Okay, so now you want to make sure you've got every little nook and cranny coated with this cornstarch. And you should have some more on standby just in case you need it. All right. There we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna take my gloves off and just give my hands a quick wash. Just give me 1 sec. Now I have to preheat my air fryer, which I should have done before I did that. But anyway, I'm doing it now. So I have the air fryer set to air fry at 400, and it's set for 25 minutes. We might not need that entire time, but you wanna make sure you've got it. The other thing I also have is the oven preheated. I have it on 400-degree convection. So I'm just gonna show you 2 different ways to do this if you don't have an air fryer or you wanna make more than what fits in the air fryer. So this is just a double way of doing it. Let me get my pan. So here we go. We have our sheet pan with parchment, and then I'm gonna show you the next trick. You need some kind of spray oil. You don't have to use this type. You can also just get a spray bottle with oil, but we need to have something that will spray oil all over this when we put it both in the fryer and in the oven. Otherwise, it's gonna be leathery. You're not gonna get that crunch, okay? So we're gonna spray this with oil. Now we are going to put, I'm gonna put about half this chicken on here, okay? I can't even tell. I can't even tell if this is half. I'm losing my visual acuity. All right, that looks good. I've got more room on here than I do in the air fryer, so. Okay, now we are going to spray this again. And now I'm gonna put this in the oven. Now I just have to wait a couple minutes for that air fryer to preheat, so I just want to talk about this here. I have rice already cooking. This is just some short to medium grain white rice. It's actually a Japanese medium grain rice. You could use a Korean rice or a sushi rice. I always like to get the rice cooking before I start this because rice is really great when it has to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes after it cooks to kind of firm up the grains, make it fluffier. So you want to be sure to start that before you start your chicken because you don't want your chicken waiting for your rice. You want to be able to eat the chicken right away. Okay, now the air fryer is ready and I'm gonna put the chicken in there. So we're gonna spray the air fryer basket with oil, similar to how we did for the oven. And we're gonna throw all this chicken in there as quick as you can so we don't cool down the air fryer. And you wanna put it on a thin, even layer. Okay, so try to make sure they're not touching if possible. And now again, you're gonna spray it evenly all over with the pan spray. Now we're gonna close that up and we're gonna cook it for 10 minutes before we flip it. Okay, so the chicken in the air fryer and in the oven, they both need to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes before I give them a flip. So we're just gonna let that cook. When we come back to the kitchen, I'm gonna make the delicious, sticky, spicy sauce that we all love. But stick around because after the break, we are on the road.
Cooking on the Road is brought to you by Whisk Victoria, the small but mighty kitchen gadget store for every home chef.
We are at 751 Smokehouse with Russ, the owner. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys could come in.
So this is generally for Red Barn. We're in the Red Barn.
Yeah, we're in Red Barn, but we have a secondary label, 751, which we produce about 75 different products here for the Red Barn as well as for some of our wholesale accounts.
Yeah.
And everything's done out back in our Van Elman location. And that services all the stores here in Victoria and within the island.
Give me a rundown of some of the products. Obviously the bacon,
So we do
lunch
bacon, smoked cheese, lunch meats, pepperonis, pixie sticks. Our sausages, we have like a farmer sausage, a chorizo. We do bone-in and boneless ham, and they are to die for. They're delicious. We really get control the quality, the consistency. There's no real additives or preservatives in the products that we produce, and it's all locally made.
Is it possible to see in the smokehouse some of the process?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Nick is our smokehouse director, and he can walk you through the process that we do in the back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hi Heidi, I'm Nick with the Red Barn Smokehouse. We're in the smokehouse room, which is the heart of the Red Barn Smokehouse, where we do all of our smoking and cooking.
So what have you got smoking today?
Well, inside this smoker here, we have bacon that's just kind of started, so we can kind of see a before.
Okay, so these ones are just started.
That's right, yeah. They've been in there for about half an hour.
Okay.
So there's no smoke on them yet. What we're doing is we're drying them off. Smoke adheres better to meat when it's drier, so that the moisture doesn't take it. In this one here, we've got some that are in the smoking process.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow.
So all of our bacon is double smoked.
Okay.
So what happens is, it's gonna smoke, it's gonna sit for about 10 minutes, it's gonna go through another smoke cycle.
Okay.
After that, it's gonna be cooked up to a proper temperature.
Oh, that looks incredible.
Yeah.
Your bacon is very famous. Well, you probably know this.
We do enough of it for me to know that it's famous. So we are in our packaging department here, where we do all of our bacon slicing, and then we get all of the cooked and prepared meats ready to go out to our stores. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna package up some of our jerky pixie sticks.
My favorite.
These are all weighed out to 100 grams. If I'm doing it, I like to go a little bit over.
I love it.
Don't tell the boss though.
I might need to buy some of these particular packages.
Absolutely. So once they're all packaged up, they come out the other side and they look like that.
I would really love to try some of this awesome stuff I've been seeing.
Well, I think Russ has actually put together a little sampler platter for us.
Yeah, I'm excited. This looks incredible. I'm so excited. Tell me what you've got here.
So we have all products from the Red Barn. I grabbed everything this morning from the store. So we have, starting here, it's our jalapeno cheddar stick,
that was good.
our famous smoked cheese, kielbasa, honey garlic pepperoni, our dry pepperoni, and this is our Mennonite sausage.
Okay. Can I just dive in?
You dive in. You
I'm
bet.
actually very excited about the jalapeno cheddar.
That's one of my favorites. I love this one.
Oh my God. Okay, smoked cheese.
Delicious.
Oh my God. This is the Mennonite one?
That's the Mennonite right there.
Okay. Another favorite of mine.
Oh yeah.
This is delicious.
Glad you enjoy it.
I just love that you can come to Red Barn and get in-house made, high-quality Smokehouse products. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for showing us around. This was incredible.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'll see me again buying some of this stuff. Check it out, 751 Smokehouse. It is delicious.
Cooking on the Coast is brought to you by Country Grocer, with 11 convenient locations across Vancouver Island and Salt Spring.
Welcome back. We are making Korean air fryer chicken, and we have already flipped it one time. We're gonna flip it again, and in the meantime, we're gonna put together this delicious sauce. So the important component ingredient in this sauce is something called gochujang. You will likely have to go to either an Asian market or a Korean market to get this, but it is essential to the flavor. So as you can see here, it is a beautiful bright red paste. There's different levels of heat. You can get milder ones and spicier ones. It's not as spicy as you think though. It's basically like a miso paste with gochugaru, which is a Korean chili pepper that's put in there as a very flavorful chili, but not actually unbelievably spicy. Miso is a fermented soybean product, and so is this. So it has a ton of flavor, a ton of salt, and it's just key to this sauce. But what we're gonna do to start with over here on the stove is we are gonna put 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame oil in our stove, in our pot, I mean. Oh, I love the smell of this. Then we're gonna just turn the pot on. And then I'm going to add about 2 cloves of garlic that I rubbed on my rasp, like to make it really, really fine. You could also do that in a garlic press. And 2 teaspoons of ginger that I did the same thing with. So you want to get these almost completely pureed because then they dissolve into the sauce. And you're going to heat that over medium heat just for about a minute. You want them to be aromatic and flavorful, but you don't want them to burn or change color. Okay, and while that's happening, we're gonna get out 1/2 cup of water. And we've got our 5 tablespoons of gochujang. We also need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 6 tablespoons of sugar. But I don't want to stray away from this too far. So I'm just going until this smells good. Oh, it smells so good. But it's not burning or turning brown. Okay, so not very long, like 30 seconds. Then we're gonna add our water. Then we are gonna add our 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, now we're gonna add 6 tablespoons of sugar. And finally, get out my little mini spatula, my favorite tool. We're gonna scoop out these 5 tablespoons of our gochujang. This already smells amazing. This is just such a great recipe. I just love it. I just love it, that's all. Okay, so you just wanna heat this up until it's smooth. So I'm gonna get my little whisk out and just whisk it. That'll be easier than using a wooden spoon at this point. We're gonna whisk that up. And you just need to heat it up and make sure it's nice and smooth, not too runny. So if it's a little bit runny, like I think I added just a tiny bit too much water, so I'm just gonna simmer it very gently. You want it to be fairly runny, but with a slightly thick texture like a glaze. And you also wanna keep it warm so that it's nice and warm and ready to toss on the chicken when it's ready. This smells so good. I can smell the garlic, the ginger, the sesame, and now the aroma from that gochujang is starting to come up. Oh, so good. Spidey sense is telling me that it is time to check our chicken, so let's go check that out. Grab a clean tongs. I'm gonna check the air fryer first because it tends to cook a bit more quickly. There we go. Okay, this is looking really good. It just needs a little bit more time and another flip to get totally brown. We wanna make sure that oil from the chicken is coating all parts. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna let that go for about 6 to 8 minutes. Now let's check on the one in the oven. Oh, also looking pretty good, honestly. Yeah, they're getting nice and brown. Sometimes what I do for the oven ones is in the last flip, I will turn the broiler on to get a little bit more browning. This one looks pretty good though. I might just flip the tray around because it looks like the front is getting it a bit better. All right, let's check on our sauce again, see if it's thickened up a bit. Yep, it's thickening up nicely. Like I said, it's still supposed to be pretty runny, but just a thin glaze texture. I'm just gonna leave this simmering on low heat here while we're getting everything ready. Let's check on our rice. It was done a little while ago, but I always like to let it sit, like I said, to kind of fluff up and firm up. So there we go, we've got some beautiful rice. So this is a slightly sticky rice, which is great if you're gonna be eating it with chopsticks. Also smells really good. And then finally, what we're gonna serve with this is a Korean cucumber salad. This isn't the normal cucumber salad that you see, which is just strictly cucumbers with a dressing, sesame seeds, and chilies. This is more like, it's kind of like inspired by Korean pickles, so it has some suchoy, carrot, cucumber, and a really light dressing of rice vinegar and fish sauce, salt and sugar. So it's just a nice accompaniment to Korean fried chicken, but you could use whatever veggies you want. I like this because, you know, it's kind of like crispy and light and a bit tangy, so it really offsets the sweet and spicy sauce. So now we just have to wait a couple more minutes for our Korean fried chicken to be ready. And what we have to get next is a giant bowl, because once the Korean chicken is ready, we're gonna put it in this bowl, toss the sauce, toss it all up, and serve it right away. Okay, they are ready. Let me get the air fryer first. Okay, this is looking pretty nice and crispy, and I'm gonna go get the one from the oven now. Sorry, I'm having user error. There we go. Okay, this one is also pretty good. So side-by-side oven, high convection, and air fryer worked pretty well. Okay, now I'm gonna get these into this large bowl. So you wanna make sure that you use the biggest bowl you have to give yourself lots of room to toss the sauce in here. Otherwise, you might not be able to coat the chicken evenly with this delicious sauce. Oh, the chicken just smells so good just on its own. I'm gonna move this out of the way. All right, now let's get this one. I almost grabbed that tray with my bare hand. Do not do that. Oh, looks so good, looks so good. I can hear it crunching. Let me get a cloth to move this tray out of the way. Okay, so now we have this delicious crunchy chicken. It doesn't have the big thick batter, but it's still really crispy and juicy and delicious. Now we're gonna toss most of the sauce on here. We're gonna save a little bit for dipping. Everybody wants a little bit extra to dip. So I'll put about 2/3 of the sauce on, and then I'll keep some aside. The smell right now is amazing. Oh, so good. So now you wanna toss this a lot. So you can see how much room I need to toss. You can see the steam coming in my face. This is like the spa treatment, the Korean spa treatment. All right. So we're gonna toss this all up, and you wanna just keep going until you're certain that every single bit of every piece of chicken is just coated in the sauce. And letting it soak in the sauce is generally what you wanna do as well. So look at that, look at that. So good. Okay, now I'm gonna pull out a couple of plates, and we are gonna plate this up. So to start with, I'm gonna do some rice. And what I always like to do is mold the rice into a little bowl so that it just looks pretty. You don't need a ton. Here we go. Let's hope it comes out. There we go. Beautiful little mound of rice. And let's do another one. That one was much more smooth. There we go. Now we are going to put some delicious Korean chicken all over that. Everybody wants multiple pieces. Oh, this is beautiful. I cannot wait to dig in. This is why I wore my brightest lipstick, because that way, once I eat some Korean chicken, you won't be able to tell. It's like the same color as my lipstick. All right, now we're gonna put on some of these delicious crispy pickles. And then we're just gonna garnish up the plate, because you know I'm a chef, everything has to be garnished. Just at home, I often do this with steamed green beans, actually. It's just a really nice veggie to have with this. Sesame seeds, so I always like to do the Korean chicken with some sesame seeds. And if you have black ones as well to mix in, that's always really good. Put a bit on the rice as well. And then finally, a little bit of green onion. Put that on the rice, bit on the chicken. Okay, I'm so excited. There you go, delicious Korean air-fried chicken. It's golden, crispy, sweet, spicy, and saucy. It brings all the flavor without the deep fryer fuss. It's perfection in every bite.
From the plate to the pour, don't miss the perfect Liquor Plus pairing. Up next.
Pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
This Korean air fried chicken is bursting with big flavor, but what do you sip to cool things down? Well, Cheryl from Liquor Plus is here to help us out. Thanks for coming, Cheryl.
Hi, Heidi. Always great to be here. Whenever I think Korean, crispy, beer. Beer is my go-to.
I'm with you. I think that makes sense.
So I brought from Small Gods Brewery. They're never ending. And they actually name all of their beers after books.
Oh, so this is like the never ending story.
There you go. Exactly.
My favorite movie when I was a kid.
Is it? Oh, isn't that great?
Except for when the horse died.
Oh gosh.
Stuck in the mud.
We won't be morbid here today. We'll be excited about the never-ending story for sure. So
cheers.
Clean, crisp. I think you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, it is very nice.
Yeah.
I definitely like a Pilsner for sure.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely a Pilsner girl, and I thought it would go really well with what you've got here today.
You ready to try it?
I'm so ready to try it. Okay.
You're a flats girl?
I am totally a flats girl.
Are you?
Yes.
I actually kind of like drums better, but flats are easier to eat, especially on camera.
Oh, so good, Heidi. I love that it's not deep fried. I really do.
Yeah.
That just really plays to me. So, yeah, I love it. And the flavor's so good, and still such crispiness to it as well.
I think I like how you can really taste that gochujang, like the umami salt flavor from the and a little bit of chili.
This is absolutely delicious. I love that spiciness that comes through. And when you put spiciness with a nice, crisp, cold Pilsner, and then what it does as well, the Pilsner will cleanse your palate, so you can go back and taste that again.
Taste it again for the first
and there's
time.
that nice sweetness to this as well. A little bit of sweetness in the beer. Delicious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Here, do you want a napkin?
Yes, please. Thank you.
The messiest tasting ever.
So good.
I have to taste it with the beer now.
Yes.
Cleanse our palate.
Yeah. It is very, very palate cleansing.
Yeah. Oh, that's super refreshing. It actually tastes a bit more sweet now, actually.
Yes. And now you're ready to dive into some more.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. This was an excellent pairing.
Thanks for having me, Heidi.
Oh, anytime.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us in the kitchen. I'm Chef Heidi Fink. Keep it crispy, keep it bold, and remember, the more you learn, the better it tastes. I got a crunch. I got a crunch.
You got a crunch. I'm on my fourth one, by the way.
I think I am too.